What is up, YouTube? It is your boy Jad here from Puma Plow Plays more Farming Simulator 25. We are back on Iowa Plains View. Let's get to it. Hey, I did it right. Let's go. I was out of order. Everything was out of order. But that's okay. All right, so we're back on the farm. I have finished the liming and the planting. The liming and the plowing since Tuesday. Okay. Might just write yourself off the list, right, Sean? Yeah. Yeah, you might. They were in a boat. Okay. I went ahead and I planted wheat here because this is a crop that I don't have to plow after. For fixing precision score. Because obviously we're getting absolutely annihilated for our tillage and our weed control. It's the tillage we're going to get hit for. The weed control is what I'm trying to fix. So we'll fix that field. And actually maybe I should tear up the alfalfa too. You know what? I think I will do that because if we go look over here at bale storage land, we have 239 bales in here. So I don't really think I need more bales for a little bit. So why don't we do that too? Let's go ahead and I don't know if that thing's an no-till or not, is it? I'm not actually sure. Let's go find out. Let's go find out. You put protection in Kimmy's house? Oh yeah. That's funny. Have I seen Hightailed? Yes. It seems very interesting. It does seem interesting. Is this a no-till? No, it's not. Okay. I didn't think it was, but hey. Never hurts to check, right? That hightail thing is interesting, but I would probably wait till it's like farther along. I don't believe it's like super far along right now. God, hightail. Wow. There was an invisible spider. Interesting. Very early alpha. Yeah, no, it looks like it could, it looks like it's good. That hightail already, but I think I'm not ready to take that leap, you know? And I think sometimes even like Minecraft, honestly, it's like that game is, they still change things, right? And then it's like, God, now I have to go relearn that. Sometimes with games, I just want to like learn it once and not have to learn it in 6 months and then another 6 months and another 6 months, and so that's where I think I'm at with that hightail game right now. I just don't want to have to like relearn and relearn and relearn. Kind of like, Captain of Industry to a point is like that. Because like they'll go and change massive things in the game and it's like, oh, now I have to relearn how to play. So, which is, I mean, the game's fun, don't get me wrong. And updates are always good, but at a certain point it's like, man, just leave it the way it is. Holy skippers. This might not be a good tractor to use to do this, to be honest. It doesn't get back on auto drive super fast, or GPS, sorry. No, it doesn't mean I can't, steer better and help it, but we're fine. I'll clean up the skippers, don't worry. You put torches around Kimmy's. See, that's being helpful. That's being helpful. Don't even know what it was. Wow. That's kind of funny. Yeah, torches are a big thing in Minecraft, obviously. Obviously, big thing. Oh, chat. Actually, while we're here, I forgot. Is it still here? It's still there. All right, just had to check. I don't think Dan's been on here. He has been bitten by the Minecraft bug. It's actually kind of funny. So he wandered off from our spawn point in Minecraft in our server, and he was like, "I'm gonna build here," and I was like, "Okay." He like wanted to make sure it was cool, and I was like, "Well, if you go over there's a whole village you can have." And so he has commandeered a village, and it's really entertaining listening to him learn Minecraft. We had some really good laughs in there last night. He might have found some like pillagers, and it was hilarious. He's like, he just starts screaming help. And thankfully I was able to like I teleported out to and like helped him out, you know. But that's okay. Air defense, yeah. And actually, for those of you that know how annoying this is, I died in Minecraft last night. Now, it doesn't matter, but I was level like 360 something on the XP bar, which doesn't matter at all, but I died. I lost it all. I was really sad, too. Yeah, it was during those stupid raids. I mean, they were fun, though. It was okay. But, yeah, I definitely died. And then after that, I kept the totem in my offhand. Because I definitely used at least one, maybe two of those totems after that. I don't know why I didn't have a totem in my hand before that, to be honest, but that's all right. Yeah, Kimmy, it was terrible. You didn't miss nothing as far as the raids. They were awful. We'll totally do it again. We should do that on stream sometime. Maybe close up the trading hall a little bit tighter, though. You were in Clash on the last stream. Yeah, it was a little real. That's all right. Oh, we could have used a lot more people, yeah. Just somebody else for them to shoot at, you know? Bullet sponge, you know? Definitely could have used that. Oh, man. Yeah, it was real. That's okay. It was fun. Or something like that. Not really fun at all, but that's okay. I mean, it was and it wasn't, you know, same thing. All right, so we ended up with a decent amount of corn. And, of course, we have all that alfalfa, so we're going to plant wheat. I'm still not going to give the straw to the animals, but I guess we'll sell the straw at some point. That might be an adventure, again, all in bales. Maybe I need to get a lowboy trailer, and even like a lowboy and a dolly instead of a semi-truck right now. That could work, actually. Yeah. This thing mows grass like crazy. It's not really mowing it, but it's fine. All right. Should find a new mansion on stream. How far would we have to go, I wonder? I mean, I'm down though. Okay, yeah. I am down for adventures. So that could be a good thing. We got 585,000 corn, so we're doing good. We are doing good. I think the animals are okay for now. The pigs need food. We are getting close to making money, so that's good. And actually, the cows need food as well, and they got full slurry. Dang. But yeah, no, I'm down for an adventure. We'll make Dan go with us. Put him in the lead, you know? You'll be on the adventure of Redstone. Gotcha, Nick. Gotcha, Nick. And so the minions that I had last night, they kept... I don't know if... They're not going to be a sustainable thing for the ink sacks anyway, because they disappear. And I tried name tagging them. The only thing I didn't try doing was like putting them on a leash. Or sorry, a lead. I didn't try that, but that would defeat the purpose because they wouldn't be able to like spread out, you know? So I think we have enough ink sacks to probably last us lifetime on Minecraft right now, but yeah, I still think some kind of farm using those little minions would be cool. I just don't know what you would do, like have it pick up sugarcane, or you know, if you could cage it inside of a farm, that could be kind of sick actually. But I don't know if you could do that, or they'd still despawn. I would think if you caged them in and you had a name tag on them, they shouldn't despawn. But I don't know.
And Dithe Farmer 1975 just resubscribed for 8 months.
Andy, thanks for the resub. How's it going? Iron cages in the mansion. I got you. It's probably like a certain size cage thing, to be honest. Tomcat. If you keep them within so many blocks, they won't despawn. So yeah. Farmer, what's going on, man? How you doing today? What's poppin'? Welcome on in. Not a skipper. I'll clean it up later. Don't worry. Back on that GPS. I am doing good. Doing good. Does Dan know how to fly? No. No, so here's the thing, the way I see about like new Minecraft players, you shouldn't just go give them everything on a silver platter, right? You know, like even somebody, I think it was Nick, offered Dan like to make diamond armor, and Dan's like, I'm learning. And I'm like, that's the best attitude to have. Like Dan needs to just learn. Now granted, if Dan needs anything, we'll obviously help him out. But somebody that's never really played Minecraft, he like a little bit back in the day, he said, on like, I forget what device he said he played on, but like a little bit, right? So no, if he needs something, we're there to help him, but otherwise I think we need to kind of back off and let him learn. You know, like I was telling him about like enchants. They were like, you know, when you're ready, when you have some nice tools, let's work on enchanting them up. I mean, I'm not gonna do it for him. I will teach him how to get how to use our farms to get, you know, copious amounts of XP, and then teach him about the enchanting, just like we did for you, Kimmy. You know, same thing. Like obviously here to help, but you know, everybody needs to learn too. You know, so yeah, he was in there late last night. He actually, I think he was the last one in there besides me. I have Kate all night at the what's it called, farm? So Guardian Farm. Refilled the Guardian Farm last night. So it's fun learning. Yeah, exactly. It's a good time. It is a good time. What kind of tractor? It's a Ford. It's a mighty Ford. It's from an itch.io page. I can tell you that. I don't know whose tractor it is, but it's from an itch page, and it's a Ford. And it, just in case anybody needs them, there's, you know, pack of smokes. They're not mine, I promise. But, you know, they're there. So, yeah. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. I'm good. What's up, Johnny? Oh, goodness. There we go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. We'll probably get that planter going here in a second, too.
Queen of Dragon San Wolves 0 just resubscribed for 2 months. Hey y'all, how is everyone this fine afternoon?
Queen, we're doing. How are you? What's poppin'? Thanks for the resub. Do appreciate it. We're just cultivating under our alfalfa. I will be replanting this alfalfa, but I need weeds to grow here so I can spray them and fix my precision score. Speaking of that, does this other field have that same issue? It does. The weed control number needs to be fixed on all of these fields, so tillage I can't do anything about right now, so we should get, let's just say, like 95 like this field, which I'd be happy with that. Unless we upgrade our planting capabilities, which, you know, with the sale mod, it could be a thing. Because everything is for sale. That would be nice to have on that side. But I also don't have $107,000 to spare. Yeah, no. Oh, that's not a no-till though either, is it? No, my primary crop right now is corn, so I would probably buy a corn planter before, like anything else. But this little guy does take 3.5 years to, well, do anything. There's a power pole there. There's a power pole there, chat. Why is everything on sale? I have a mod that increases the sale items, and the reason I have the mod is because I'm only buying used equipment. And so if everything's on sale, the mod's a little maybe OP. I wasn't quite expecting it to be this much stuff on sale. But you know, normally it's like one row in here in the sale barn, and there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and plus 2. So that's a lot of stuff on sale. But just because it's on sale doesn't mean I need it. You know, there's a lot of stuff I'll never need, so there's that. But it's kind of a cool little mod. It's PC only, of course, but kind of a cool little mod, especially with only buying used equipment now. Now, when I started, I didn't buy used equipment, but we added that rule the other day, so only buying used equipment. So yeah, 50-foot head for the silver cedar. I'm good. I think it would move like 3 feet and have to be emptied. Keegan, it was called like extreme equipment, something like that. Hang on. Let me see if I can pull my own chat log, because I posted the link the other day. Can I pull my own chat log? I can pull my own chat log. Here, I got the link right here. Got it. Stand by. Extreme sales, used sales unlocker. Extreme used sales unlocker is what it's actually called. And there's the link for it. So it's kind of interesting. It puts a lot on sale. Lost your uncle. I'm sorry to hear that. That's unfortunate. Losing somebody who's never easy. but it does get easier. It does get better. Trust me on that one. Yeah. What's going? Plans today are world domination. Yeah. Those are the plans, official plans today. I filed them earlier. Plans today, we are getting rid of our alfalfa for a little bit here to fix our precision score. We probably will be planting corn again later in, like, you know, probably field 8 and field 3. I would either like to buy field 4 today or possibly work on our equipment today. We will have pigs that will be ready to sell soon. We also have 50,000 liters of milk, which I know is not a lot, but we'll have pigs ready here in another month or so. And actually that milk, yeah, it's only $37,000 worth of milk. We might try to buy the dairy today as well. I don't know. I have big plans and I don't have any money. So I guess the plan for today is make money. And that's going to be from pigs. So that's kind of the plan. But that's the whole thing. By the way, I know we usually don't talk about news here. But that whole thing going on with the Guthrie family, Savannah Guthrie from NBC, and her, like, that whole thing going on, that is crazy. This is stuff you see in, like, movies and TV shows. This doesn't happen in real life, I feel like. Just say it. I haven't heard if there's any, like, updates today, but, like, man, what a crazy thing. Absolutely insane, right? Crazy. Yeah, it is. It's horrible. Absolutely horrible. And, you know, like, you know, news agencies coming out and going, well, it's the brother, the son-in-law. And it's like, well, it's not what PD said, but okay. Like, it's just crazy. Crazy. Yeah, it's horrible. Absolutely horrible. Heard nothing new. I got you, Nick. Okay. I mean, I don't know. It makes you wonder if, like, the ransom note thing's even real, you know? Well, they said it was the her son-in-law, and then that was from some news agency. And then the PD came out and they're like, we don't have a suspect. Y'all chill, basically. So, we got you. We got you, Queen of yeah, Dragons. Loves. It's a name. We got you. But yeah, that's a crazy situation. Like, my TikTok has become basically stuff about that and Minecraft. So if you want to know how to build some random farm and keep up to date on news, scroll my TikTok. Just saying, it's crazy. Yeah. That was the other day, Kimmy, and I actually really dislike what TMZ did with that, by the way. TMZ got this ransom note, and of course they called PD. But before they even, like, got a hold of the right person at PD, they were on live talking, oh yeah, we just got this ransom note. Really? Really? Shut up. Don't. Why do you have to do that for views? Because that's all they were doing. They're doing it for views. Totally. Because Harvey even said, from TMZ, the guy that, like, started it, he's like, yeah, if my phone rings, it's going to be PD. I have to run and talk to him. You don't need to be on the air talking about it then. It's too early. And hopefully, I mean, I don't want to say hopefully, because that's weird, but, like, I don't know. I guess in a weird way, you hope it's true that they do have her and that, like, she's okay. I don't know. It's just a really weird situation, you know? It's really, really messed up, the whole thing. So, yeah, it's stuff you don't you don't hear about. It's just, this is stuff out of like the TV show FBI, you know, or yeah, it's something like that. I don't know. Crazy though. That's what it is. Crazy. Hopefully, yeah. And they had to, somebody had to come up with some medicine for her because she had all kinds of cardiac issues. So it's crazy, honestly. Absolutely crazy. And then it's like, okay, so every other like person from say the Today Show or any of those type of shows, like, are they all putting their family like under tons of security now? Like, scary world we live in today. It is, yeah. It really is. Yep. Yeah, the whole thing's just crazy. Hopefully they can find her and find who did this and put them away for a long time, because obviously that's what they deserve. There's no reason to do what they did. That's other than, I guess, you know, that you know, Savannah Guthrie makes lots of money, and I guess they're hoping to get money from her, you know, if those ransom notes were like real. Because, you know, anybody sitting behind a keyboard could, you know, make a ransom note and hope to get money and then walk away, I guess. I don't know. Like I said, this is something you see in a movie, not real life. So, yeah. Money. If, you know, like I said, if the ransom notes are real, I would say money would be the motivating factor. I can't think of another reason other than you're crazy, you know. I don't know. I'm not a criminal, so it's hard to put myself in that mindset to be like, oh, this is what, you know, since I'm not a criminal and well, I mean, some people would say I'm a terrible human, but not like that, you know. Not a criminal, chat. I just play one on the internet sometimes, you know. A little Grand Theft Auto. Just saying. Hope my day away went good. Lord, it was good. We went to the farm yesterday and started ripping and tearing on our side-by-side that we have. Our side-by-side has had this god-awful, sometimes it pops, sometimes it growls, sometimes it grinds, noise in the rear end, if you will, of the side-by-side. And we kind of just last year like, it's fine, don't worry about it, it's fine, don't worry about it, it's a noise, I don't even hear it. But that last auction that we took it to, like, it was really bad that day, and it was embarrassing driving around this auction and the side-by-side is popping and carrying on. And so it's like, okay, and there's an auction coming up and Dad kind of wants to go to it, and the whole thing about the auction is it's on a pretty good size area, so you can take your side-by-sides and golf carts and stuff, and because it's too much walking and standing for Dad these days, you know. And so we started ripping and tearing. We took off one of the wheel, like the hub and the bearing and the drive shaft. We trashed the bearing, but I kind of think the bearing might have been a little trashed before we got to it. So we definitely need new bearings. And then Dad was going to take that drive shaft that has CV joints on it to one of his buddies and just see what he thinks of it. I think it's actually fine. Sadly, I don't think that's actually our noise. I was kind of hoping it was, because they're pretty easy to get to, but yeah. No. I know that they're like, they have issues, but the noise that this thing is making is not Like, it just started last year. Like, we only have like 700 miles on the thing, and it started after like 650 miles, right? So the sounds make everyone know you're there. It was embarrassing. You know what, Kimmy? I do actually. I need fuel again too. All right, let's go repair it. We got to let the other guy do his work anyway, so let's fuel it and repair it. Spend all of our money today. This thing is really bad though right now, like repair wise. Yeah, actually I want to say that one's at half. This one, no, it's the JCB. That's actually not that bad. Never mind. We're fine. Not as bad as this guy. But yeah, so I don't know if it's the I don't know. We got to track down the noise because it's awful. And like sometimes it thumps and like you can feel it in the side by side when you're driving. So something is very wrong in the rear drive train of the side by side. We got to find it. So I don't know if maybe Sunday we'll take the right side apart. We took the left rear yesterday, so it could be the diff. I'm not sure. I did check the oil in the diff finally yesterday for the first time ever, and there is oil in it, so that's good, right? But yeah. No, you're good, but it's broken. I gotta fix it, you know? That's all. I have a repair at the farm. Do I? No. The little bit of oil that I got, I just stuck my finger in the thing, and no, it wasn't silver. It actually looked like straight 30 weight oil is what it looked like. So I do have a repair. I didn't know I had a repair. Where's it at? Oh, it's over at that barn. God, here I was gonna drive all the way to the shop like a noob. Well, it happens, you know. It's fine. It's fine. But no, I didn't realize did not realize I had a repair at the shop or at the house here. Did not. But yeah, somewhere there's something somewhere there's something wrong with that side by side, and I gotta fix it. Just saying, gotta fix it. So yeah, gotta keep tearing until we find out what's wrong. I'm not sure, Tomcat. It is still where it was, where I put it the other day. Is it in front, Kimmy, or inside? But I guess it's actually inside. I could be wrong. Okay. That's not... That's a lot of money. Wow, look, we're all fixed up, chat. So that's fun. That's fun. Oh, and then the other thing we figured out yesterday with the side-by-side, which I know this isn't really a big deal and it shouldn't really hurt anything, but there's water in the rear tires. And not like, oh, somebody put windshield washer fluid in to weight it down. No, it was frozen. You could hear like chunks. There's like chunks of ice inside of the tire yesterday. We didn't put water in it. We didn't do that. But there totally is. There totally is chunks of water inside of the tires. Cause we were I was like spinning one to spin the other one, the other axle, and It's like, why does it sound like it's sloshing? And so then I went and I grabbed the tire that we already took off, and I was like, I'll be darned, this thing has water in it. You're gonna keep your dog named Kimmy with you to protect you from Kimmy in Minecraft? Okay. Probably a good idea. Yeah. But I was like, filled with humid air that froze out. That would have to be really humid air. There's like, the way it sounds and the way it feels when you slosh the tire, it feels like there's, I don't know, like probably 5 or 6 cups of water, like a lot. So, moisture from the compression. I mean, it could be from wherever this thing was put together, but man, that would have to be just like straight up. That would be a lot of moisture in your compressor. Like, there's a decent amount of water in these tires, because like I said, the one I had off, like I had the whole tire and rim off and sloshing it right back and forth, and it's like, that's a lot of water. So, I mean, anything's possible. I know that we didn't put it in there, and we haven't really ever added air to the, we've never really put air in the tires, I don't think. I know we've checked them a few times, but I don't think we've ever added air. Some don't know you have to drain them. I mean, our compressors, like, yeah, we don't ever have water issues, but we also drain them on a regular basis. We have quarter-turn ball valves on the bottom of our compressors. Our compressors sit up in a loft, both of them. And quarter-turn ball valves on them so that we drain them all the time. I actually drained the one yesterday because I don't want it to freeze, so we always drain it in the winter. Appreciate the follow. Welcome in. What's going on? What's up? I don't know if this is the right tractor for this job because this thing cannot turn. I don't know if it's the front duals, but like something's going on. Although most of the time in the summer, actually, I guess we don't drain our air like all the time. And then when you do, it spits out just tons of water. A couple of years ago, it was like right after we got our zero turn that we have now, which is a Gravely 660. And it was parked in the shed, actually where it's parked right now, in our shed. And our air compressor, that air compressor blows off inside the shed when we drain it. The other one we actually plumbed outside, our big 60 gallon. We just plumbed that sucker right outside. But the little 30 pops or brother or somebody drained it one day, and it spewed out all this like kind of rusty water all over my side-by-side, or not side-by-side, all over my zero turn. I was so happy about that, let me tell you. Anti-puncture fluid gone bad? I doubt it. I mean, I didn't open the tire up. I didn't pop it off the rim, and I didn't even pull the valve stem, but I would doubt it because it's not like, it's not, I would doubt that. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but probably just leave it in there. It ain't hurting nothing, I guess. It's funny if nothing else, you know? Because the discovery of it yesterday was like, wait a minute, there's something sloshing in this tire. There's not supposed to be anything sloshing in this tire. So that was kind of funny. Kind of funny. That's okay. I just hope we're able to find this problem without tearing like the whole side-by-side apart. Because there is a U-joint that we can get to, the one that goes, it comes kind of like out of the transfer case, we'll call it, and it goes towards the front end. And this one spins all the time. The four-wheel drive's engaged at the front end on this particular side-by-side. And so that spins all the time when you're driving, right? This other like drive shaft. There is a U-joint in there that has just a hair of play in it, but it's not like bad. There is a hair of play in that sucker, so I doubt that's our noise. It's I don't know. We got to figure it out though, because it's bad. It's really bad. Because, you know, if it's like a bearing or something, that's fine. But, like, you got to replace it because you don't want to chew up the housing that the bearing's sitting in, you know? You don't want to get it to that point where it's, like, really expensive. You know, a bearing's relatively cheap compared to, like, you know, a whole hub or whatever, so. Although Dad said he found the wheel bearings. One place wanted like $200. He found them somewhere else for like 25 bucks. So I would imagine he's going to go with the $25 ones, to be honest. Yeah, no reason to spend that much money on that thing. Although that side-by-side is super handy. It is really nice to have. Especially for going to auctions for pops. And then, you know, usually we throw a, we always throw a cooler in the back when we go to those auctions. So we have, beverages with us. Usually just water and Mountain Dew, but still, it's nice to have, beverages. Especially that last auction we went to. It was, when was that? It was in the summer still. It was hot. It was like super hot. And they, at this particular auction yard, they bring in like a food trailer. And that's how they do like, you know, food and bevs. But this food trailer ran out of water like 3 times. And they kept having to send people like into town. Because this place is kind of out in the middle of nowhere. They had to like send people into town to go to like Walmart and buy cases of water and bags of ice. So we had our own, so we didn't have to worry about it. Oh man, it was funny. It was funny. If you think our tires have air leaks, if there's water in them, what if I've never had to add air to my tires? We got like 750 miles on it. Never had to add air. So I wouldn't think there's an air leak then, right? I'm thinking the water was in these tires from like the factory or wherever the tires got mounted on the rims, you know? As far as oils, yeah, we're going to replace all the oils on this thing. We've done the engine oil a few times, but like, let's say the rear end, the transfer case, like all that stuff's going to get, because we're going to keep tearing until we find out what the problem is. Because like I said, for the first like 700 and something miles, this thing never made a noise. And now it's like awful. And so, yeah, there's a problem somewhere. We just got to find it, right? So yesterday was the start of the exploratory surgery, and well, we'll just keep going until we find the problem. So, I mean, for sure right now we know we need a wheel bearing for the left rear tire because, well, we trashed it yesterday, taking it apart. Although I think it was already messed up, to be honest. I really do. I really do. But anyway, it's like a weird double ball bearing too. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen one quite like that. This is also the first side-by-side I've ever worked on. So, you know, we're learning here as we go. We're learning. But yeah, definitely all the fluid will get changed in the whole thing. We're probably due for an engine oil again too, so probably just do the whole darn thing. So yeah. I just gotta look up what it takes. I don't actually know offhand right now. Or what the manufacturer recommends. I mean, my thing is if it, well, it doesn't leak oil. I was gonna say if it leaks oil, it means it has oil, but it doesn't leak, so. Yeah. Although I bet it's leaking now because the level fill plug for the rear end yesterday I took out. And I put it back in, but I didn't tighten it. And then, because we had the thing jacked up, like, nose down. And before we left, we set it down on a jack stand. So I bet you there's oil dripping out of that rear end right now. Yeah. Small valve stem leak that's allowing condensation to build in the tire. Even if I've never had to add air in the 6 or something years we've had this thing, I don't think I've literally ever had to add air to these tires. At least I don't recall ever adding air to the tires. I guess Dad might have, but I'm not sure. I would have to ask him. I don't know. And it was it felt like the same roughly. Of course, I didn't like take it apart and, you know, measure the water, but it felt like roughly the same amount of water at each tire. And honestly, I kind of want to pop the front tires off now and see if they have it too. I might do that Sunday. Oh no, Sunday's the big game though. We won't be at the farm long Sunday. Maybe next week we'll do some more surgery on that thing. Never know. I just want to find the problem so we can fix it. We got a deadline coming up with this auction coming up that Dad wants to go to, so yeah. It's weird. It is weird, yeah. I think that's the whole thing with the fluid in the tires. It's just weird. It's very strange. I mean, I've put air in lots of tires and I've never had any water in tires. It's weird, yeah. I don't. Okay, if a tire if a tire's never flat and I haven't put air in a tire in 7 years, that means there's no leak in that tire. It's not a solid tire. It's not a zero flat tire. It's just a regular like side-by-side tire. We've put plenty of weight in the back of that side-by-side. If it had a low tire, we would know. Or if it had a leaky tire, we would know. So I really, respectfully, I don't know how that could be a problem, how it could have a leak. I mean, I'll look them over, but if they've got more than like 2 pounds of air in them, which they do, because, you know, we could throw a bunch of buckets of gravel in the back of our side-by-side and not have a problem. Or Dad runs a what is that, 25-gallon tank sprayer in the back of his side-by-side all summer, and he fills that thing up all the time. I mean, that's a lot of weight. Never an issue, never a low tire. So I don't know how, I don't know, weirder things have happened, I guess, right? Weirder things have happened. So I'll have to inspect them a little closer. Maybe the first thing I do is just check the tire pressure in it, see where it's at, because I definitely didn't do that yesterday. And I don't know, you know, like on well, like our 995's full of calcium, those tires, those rear tires. That's old school calcium for weight. And then like on my Alice B, we put we only did the left rear. I think we did the left rear and maybe the fronts. We put washer fluid in them. They got tubes in them. Well, yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Makes no sense. Enjoy the lyric. Yeah, I don't know. I'll keep you guys updated next time I work on it. I'll let you all know, but it just doesn't make sense. Why is there a bunch of water in the tires? It just doesn't make sense. So yeah, I don't know. Yes. Could be, Lord. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I should take a deep breath when I when I pop the tire off the bead. See what it smells like, you know? You know, it's probably somebody once at the factory or whatever where this thing was built, or the tires and rims were assembled anyway. Maybe they were using the air compressor poured on the bottom of the air compressor. How about that? They were just pumping straight water. Do the valves have green caps? No. No, they're just the standard cheapo depot black caps, yeah. Yeah. Standard cheapo depots. So yeah, I don't know. It's very odd, to be honest. Yeah. I think it's just a mystery of life. Honestly, I don't know if I'll actually pop the tire off the bead because I don't want to mess the paint up. So probably just leave it alone. Old brain is no clue. Well, let's put it this way. Dad's been around, now granted lawn and garden side, not so much like, you know, power sports. But Dad's been around it forever, and he just looked at me like I had 3 heads when I was like, hey, there's water or something liquid in these tires, and I like sloshed it. I'd like carried it over to Dad, and I sloshed it next to him, and he's like, what the hell's that doing in there? Like, I don't know. You know, he's been around it forever, so I don't know. I mean, I can't think of a, I guess you could weight your tires down on like a side-by-side, but would that help with traction? Center of gravity, maybe a hair, but I don't know. You know, like on my Alice, you know, it's for weight for plowing. It's to give you more traction when you're plowing. And then like on our 995, it's for weight for when you have, because we have a loader bucket, so that if you load the rear tires, that counteracts the loader, or it helps, you know. So I don't know. Weird. People find empty beer cans in their doors. Oh dang, Kimmy. That's crazy. We were doing something at the house here once where we cut out some drywall, and we found inside the wall, it caught us way off guard when we were cutting out this drywall. We found inside of our wall here of our house, we found like a 3/4 inch piece, a 3/4 inch copper, like it's like copper pipe, but it's still like flexible kind of. Like you would hook up a clothes dryer with maybe or something. I don't know what you would actually use it for. We found that inside of a wall here at the house. We don't have any of that 3/4 inch, I think it was 3/4 inch copper pipe. We don't have that anywhere in my house. That's not a thing in my house anywhere. So I don't have a clue where this came from, but it was inside the wall. Just like down at the bottom, not attached to anything, obviously. We don't have that kind of copper pipe anywhere, like a soft copper. And we're just like, what? Very odd, you know? What brand? It's a Massimo. It's an off-brand that you've never heard of, probably. But it was way cheaper than buying a real one. So, yeah, that's why we got it. Because at the time, I think it was like around $5 grand. And to get anything like name brand comparable, it was obviously way more than $5 grand. So, yeah, Dad went with the cheapo depot one. Which honestly, it's been a great machine for us. I don't really have any complaints besides it growls at you now. But other than that, it's been a great machine. I mean, we don't do a lot of like off-roading or mudding or, you know, really anything where we need 4-wheel drive. But yeah, it's been a good machine for us. We take it to that one farm show. It's actually coming up in August, and then we take it to auctions. And otherwise it lives at the farm, and the most it does at the farm is drive a mile to usually take dad out to trim around the around our mailbox. He'll putt out to the highway with that thing. Yeah, otherwise sometimes like we'll use it in the early spring. We go out and like sometimes there's trash in fields, you know, and stuff like that, so we'll run out and like pick up trash. Usually it's Mylar balloons, because people don't realize if you let a balloon go, it has to land somewhere, and usually in a farmer's field. So yeah. Something in the transmission. It could be something in the transmission. Yeah, it could be. They said follow. Appreciate you welcoming. What's poppin'? What is going on? Yeah, hopefully it's not in the transmission, but we'll get to that point if we have to. So right now, like I said, we started with a wheel. They obviously need a new bearing. So that one kind of got mangled. So not a huge deal, but yeah, it happens. I don't think I actually have any pictures of the bearing, do I? I might, actually. Hang on. I took photos yesterday because we were trying to, like... I do actually have some photos. They don't look very... They're not good photos, but I have them. Oh, I should have put it there. I gotta pass to my left yet. I need to go get... I was trying to see here. I can post this picture. I don't care. I'll put it in the Discord. Why is my Discord saying I have? Oh, Discord. Hold on, chat. I think we'll post that one. I don't know if that's a good picture, but we're gonna post it. There you go. Look at that Baron. It didn't pop up yet. Never mind. There it is. That's a beautiful Baron right there. Slightly trashed, but that's okay. Bearings went fast, really fast. Bearings went bad really fast to your mini bike, did they? Yeah. It's probably one of the... I bet you it's made by, or assembled or whatever by that Massimo company, Tomcat. I think they actually have a different name. But basically, they assemble stuff for like a ton of different names, or they assemble it and slap different names on it, like Coleman. Like, if you ever see a Coleman like golf cart or a little side by side, that was assembled in the same place our Massimo was. They have a huge assembly plant down in Texas. It's all like Chinese parts, and then they assemble them in Texas. So then they get to put the sticker on it that said, assembled in Texas, you know, or assembled in USA or whatever it says. It's like, yeah, it wasn't manufactured here, but it was assembled here. Probably it's a Coleman. Yeah, then it's a Massimo. Or it's a whatever the other brand is. Yeah, I forget what the actual, like, mothership name is. Yep. Trying to think. I don't know if we have a little mini bike at our farm from when my older brothers were young. I don't know if I'm sure we've replaced the bearings in it once upon a time. That thing's probably 40 years old. I know we replaced the engine on it when I was a kid. I remember doing that. It's got a Tecumseh on it, I think. And then we had like a little dirt bike. Like it was pretty legit little dirt bike, but that thing was incredibly hard to start. The dirt bike was it was a Rupp. And when I was riding it one time when I was a kid, and like all the spokes broke in the back tire. And then for some reason we just never fixed it, and it sat in our shed until 2019. And the flood was coming, and it's like, let's just get rid of the dang thing. And we gave it to Dad's mechanic buddy, and he fixed it up, and I think he sold it. I was like, dang it, I would have loved to have had that back. It was a fun little mini bike. Could be a transmission, could be something else. Oh yeah, it's something in the drivetrain. I mean, you got your transmission, you've got like a transfer case that it could be. You've got the rear end, and then you've got the drive shafts with the CV joints that go down to the wheels. Any of those things, yeah. So as far as I'm concerned, we start at the wheels and work back. Because of course, starting at the wheels, that's the cheap part. And as you go back, it gets more expensive and more expensive. So that's what we did. We pulled off one tire and then probably pull the other one off maybe Sunday and keep going until we find what's wrong with it, you know? So yeah. They put wrong size rotors on the rear of it, Sean. That's crazy. Interesting. I think the bearing it came with had plastic seals. Yeah, I could see that. I could see it. You bought a C6 a couple weeks ago, already tore apart on jack stands. Let's go. I am not the most like mechanically inclined, but at the same time, I am not afraid to rip something apart and figure out how it works and put it back together. My dad and I, a couple years ago, we bought a 1947, I think, it's a 1947 Alice Chalmers Model B. And at that time, you know, Dad's worked around small engines forever. Dad used to sell lawnmowers, worked on lawnmowers, like worked around that stuff forever. But never like a little bit bigger stuff, you know, like a 4-cylinder with like a real transmission and stuff like that. So Dad and I went into this kind of blind, and we completely rebuilt the engine and rebuilt about half the transmission on this tractor. I'm not afraid to rip and tear and figure stuff out. I mean, that's what YouTube University's for, right? Everything's on YouTube. You can figure it out. Yeah. Welcome in. What's poppin'? What's going on, y'all? Happy Thursday. Do you have extra parts when done? Well, if you replace parts, Kimmy, then you have the old ones, yeah. Nice. A 62 Jeep, oh, wow. LS swapping? That's pretty cool. Yeah. C5s on jack stands. Wow. Yeah, no, it's fun to rip and tear on stuff, honestly, and figure out how it works. I mean, especially on those old, like, Alice tractors, they're actually pretty darn simple once you get into them. Like, they're not bad. Like, we completely had the transmission apart on my Alice B and, like, put it back together, and it actually works. So, I was pretty proud of that. But, yeah. Did I buy the John Deere Model H? No, I don't own, well, I do own a John Deere, but it's a John Deere 111, a little tiny yard tractor. So that was actually one of our other projects. We completely rehabbed that sucker too. But yeah, not afraid to get my hands dirty and tear into stuff, you know? So yeah, exhaust new headlights, nice. But yeah, I'm not afraid at all. I just, I actually got another tractor I need to rip completely apart, and then Dad has the little Alice tractor. We gotta split here one of these days and take the well, we gotta take the head off for sure. We think it wasn't getting oil to the top of the engine, which well, if you know anything about engines, you know that's not good. So we probably have some damage, and then we definitely need to replace the oil pump, because I think that's actually the ultimate culprit, was the oil pump was not working, which obviously that's not good. So yeah, not good at all. back when they were simple. Yeah, I don't want to work on anything modern, Kimmy. Oh hell no. No, I don't do that. No, I mean I'll change the oil on like our modern lawnmower. I'll change the oil on like a modern car, but you know, I'm not doing much more than that, you know. This modern stuff, you might as well be working on a spaceship, you know? It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Yeah. No, I really enjoy working on stuff though. The engine might be seized. Oh, dang. Not good. But yeah, anything from even like working on string trimmers and like leaf blowers, like small engines to, you know, the 4-cylinder diesel on our 995 is fun to work on too. I got my arm stuck in that tractor's engine one time. We were replacing the water pump on our 995. And we had the whole front of the engine, you know, all taken apart. The radiator was out and the fan and the water pump and whatever. And it's all ripped apart. And I went after a bolt. I think it might have been on the bottom of the water pump or something. And I jammed my arm down with a wrench in my hand. And I'm like, okay, I got the bolts out. And Dad's like, okay, pull your arm out of there. And I was like, I can't. I think I had to stay there. I literally couldn't get my arm back out. I think I had to just kind of chill, and he finished taking the water pump off, and then I could get my arm out. I got my arm all twisted up in there, and I couldn't get my arm back out. We have the loader bucket frame on that tractor is the problem, and we didn't take it off to do the water pump. We really should have, but that's okay. Live and learn. But yeah, it's a good time. Always fun messing with stuff. Especially when you have something that, like, you know, is broken or not working, and then you, like, you know, bring it back to life. Like my Alice B, that thing had not run in like 8 years. And we rebuilt the engine like entirely, or pretty much entirely. We didn't quite do everything, but pretty well rebuilt the engine. So sad was go down. Happy Thursday to you as well. What's up? What's poppin'? But yeah, always love working on stuff, and you know that's part of the joys of having, like, you know, some old random tractors. Like, there's always something to do. For instance, my Alice B has the radiator leak. And it was just really annoying because it was a brand new radiator. So it needs, probably needs another brand new radiator. Which really sucks because they're not cheap. It also has, I think it might have an oil leak too. No, the rear end leaks. That's what it is. There's a little slow leak on the rear end. One of the seals or something. The rear end, I believe. There's always one little spot about the size of a quarter wherever we park that tractor. And that's in a dirt floor, so it like absorbs out real fast, you know. So it's not a lot of oil, but it's enough to annoy me. But you know, it's a 1947 tractor. It's gonna have a leak or two, you know. I can't really, I can't fix them all. I mean, I could, but that's okay. There's actually one on the governor shaft that I can't fix unless I get a whole new thing. But they don't make that particular part for that tractor anymore, so I'd have to find one. I know a guy I could probably get one from. There's a guy about half an hour away. He's actually the guy we bought our plow from. For our Alice plow that we bought. He's the guy we bought that from. And he's got a shed full of parts of tractors that he's purchased over the years and parted out. I mean, there's, you name it, he's got it for some of them old, like, little Alice tractors. It's crazy. So, yeah. Radiator leak repair. I've heard black pepper also works. I just haven't tried it yet. My dad's mechanic buddy swears by black pepper. I think we even have a bunch of pepper we took to the farm. We just haven't tried it yet. I guess you just dump a bunch of black pepper in your radiator and supposedly it fixes the leak. I don't know how much though. I haven't figured that part out yet. And it's not a fast leak either. It's like a little drip here and there. And actually, you know what? I have a fuel leak on that tractor right now too. That one I do need to fix because that gets expensive. So. Oh man. Plus that tractor did have a fuel leak when I got it. It's at the sediment pole on the bottom of the tank. I replaced it, but somewhere along the line it started leaking again here last, I don't know, a little bit. I don't think it leaks a lot, but it definitely leaks. So, one of these days we'll have to fix that thing too. Like I said, there's always something with these old, you know, antique tractors, right? There's always going to be something. That's just the nature. It's just the nature of the beast, you know, it really is. There's always going to be something to wrench on. And honestly, I don't mind it because it's fun. Yeah, I don't mind it at all. Not at all. All right. That is this field planted. Finally, we are done. So now we need to go get something feeding the pigs, and we need to feed the cows, and then we can fast time of day to fertilize. And we'll have to herbicide that field. We won't have to herbicide over there though, because it was corn. So there's that. All right. Now the other tractor that we have to tear apart, that thing hasn't run in like 20 years. We've got to be pushing 20 years now. It's a real piece of crap. I'll tell you that right now. Good afternoon. Welcome in. What's going on? It's a real hunk of junk. A guy literally traded it to me for 2 cases of beer. But I got a whole tractor out of it. And it actually has like both the rear tires are quote unquote new. They were new 20 years ago, but they don't have like any mileage on them. So they're in great shape. So, yeah. Love working on anything that's broken down, yeah. All good here. What's poppin'? Barn. Fill. Empty. And then we need this guy. Let's go. Oh, you know what? I didn't download that other mod that Jeff sent me. Jeff sent me a mod for this. It's called Stably. Yeah, I'll have to look into it. I think that's one of those things where I'll probably, whatever Dad's buddy says I should do is probably what I'll do. To be honest, I trust that man with my life and my tractor. So, like, legit, would trust him with my life. Known him forever, my whole life actually. Why does this thing? The farming's going great. Welcome in. Supposed to run it for a couple hours. That tractor never runs for a couple hours. I guess we could do that and then go plowing. Get Tony down there and do some plowing. I still want to go on like tractor drives with it. I think it'd be fun. There's kind of like nowhere to go from the farm, but there kind of is like a place I could go. If that makes sense. Like there is somewhere I could drive my tractor to. It'd be kind of cool. Trust the man with my tractor's life? Yeah, I do. What's up, Dave? No, that mechanic, that's the one I was talking about the other day that started working for my dad when he was in high school. And he worked for my dad for like his entire life. He's retired. He's actually, I don't think he's retired right now. I think he's on disability now, but he works for dad for, forever. Yeah. No, he's super good guy. Known him my entire life, literally my entire life. Yeah, and actually I wouldn't be surprised if at some point Dad goes to his house today and shows him that CB joint that we brought home off that side by side. He's got the setup, man. He's got a I don't even know how big that garage is. I think it's got 2 garage doors, but then it's like a bunch of other room inside too. Like backyard garage at his house. It's pretty cool. He works on all kinds of stuff. He used to work for my dad, working on like small engines, lawnmowers, that kind of stuff, right? And then he always had like a little side business at his house too. And so like people around town didn't want to wait at, you know, a lot of garden shop. They would just take their lawnmower to him. And he would fix it in his backyard shop. Which I always thought was funny. As far as I know, that's kind of been really picking up for him lately since he, well, he quit working shortly after Dad, or actually before Dad quit working for the new guys, basically. So this guy's also got a bunch of medical problems and can't actually like hold a job because you never know, he might disappear to the hospital for a couple months. You know, he's got some issues, but nice guy. Nice guy. Definitely has lots of medical issues. But yeah. Oh, whoa. Easy there, bud. I get squared up to it, kind of. This thing does not like 4 bales. It'll push them all day long. It will not. I mean, it will lift them, but it also tips over, so. There's that. Alright, so we're getting there. We're getting there. Been on disability for 20, going on 21 years. Wow. Buzzers. Yeah, this dude, if anybody needs a reason to not smoke, this would be the guy. We'll just put it that way. This would definitely be, he's the reason I'd ever even thought about trying it, so. Yeah. Lots of health issues because of it. Lots of health issues. Like, a lot. But, yeah. Oh, you know, I should probably sell milk, too. I'm about to be full on milk, so I need to get... Should use the big tractor? Actually, you should just use the little tractor. Need to get milk down the road here. So, yeah. Pay $26 a day. Oh my God. Allison, hello. How you doing today? That's crazy. Allison, I was thinking about last night we were in our Minecraft server and there's a project that we're going to be coming up with, or we're going to be working on tomorrow. And it involves a lot of redstone, or a decent amount of redstone. And I got thinking last night, I'm like, I wonder if witch farms are still a thing. And I don't know if anybody, at least the old school witch farms, I don't know if they're still a thing. But you had to dig a huge perimeter. Well, there, bear will catch you. I'm talking about like it was like a couple, like, I think it might have been like 250 blocks by 250 blocks or something. Like, it was massive. And I was like, a large excavation project? I might be here for that. Oh, man. Kind of a thought I had. Yeah. That would be a hell of an excavation project, though. That would fix any, like, diamond issue that we have. That would fix any redstone issue that we have, because we'd get so much from excavation. Just saying. Don't know if they're still a thing? Okay. Yeah, I don't know either. But I just thought of the giant excavation. I was like, I need to tell Allison that. I'd have to build a hell of a sorter just to take all the items, you know? That's my kind of project, though, let's be honest. Build some massive sorter that can hold, like, I don't know, 30 double chests or something of each product, you know? Or at least your main ones, you know, your dirt and your cobblestone and your stone and your deep slate, you know? Like all that stuff. I don't know if they're still a thing. I should look it up. Because it is a way to get, like, or it used to be a way to get infinite redstone. Without having to mine it all. So. Just not sure if that's still a thing or not. That's okay. Alright, so we are going to feed this last bale, and then we should probably go with time. Oh, you know what I should also do real quick? I need to get the slurry going. Yeah, I need to get slurry on these fields. That way we can use it up. And I am kind of cheating on the slurry too, by the way. And what I mean by cheating is not cheating at all, but I do a thing. Definitely do a thing. I have it turned on so it'll just use it right from the barn. Which is kind of like cheating, but it's not at the same time. So there's that. I mean, I could set it up to run on auto drive to go back to the barns and fill up every time. This is faster, so it's okay. You're clean for 10 months. GG's. Very nice. I personally don't know, but I've heard that's a very difficult thing to get away from. So yeah. Heard it's not easy. Raid farm, I would like to, yeah, raid farm would be fun, especially after the raid incident we had last night. We might have started a level 5 raid and a level 2 raid last night, and I might have died in Minecraft. I lost 360 levels. Not that it mattered. Not that it matters, but kind of frustrating at the same time, you know? The only farm you tried is iron. I need to build a new one of those too, Allison. Ours doesn't work anymore. I did replace all of our villagers the other night, and it still doesn't work, so I don't know what I need to do. Oh, that's right. The raid farms do spawn. Yeah, the raids do spawn witches. We killed some last night. That's true. That's very true. All right, we are gonna let this guy go. He is grabbing manure slurry, if you will, from the hog barn. So we can change this, which is kind of cool, actually. But he can take from there now because there's 354,000 there. So I will let him just go ahead and do your thing, buddy. Sorry, I didn't mean to change you and mess you up. Come on. Do your job. Bing bong. Let's go. See, Allison, and I know everybody has their own playstyle, and that's completely fine, but my Minecraft playstyle is build all the farms. I want every farm. And actually, being that we didn't, why is this guy not working? Why are you not working? This worked the other day. Being that we, didn't restart this world, it allows me to, it's probably going to allow me to build different farms because we already have the other farms, you know, outside of the iron farm, which I have to rebuild. But the other farms, I don't have to, you know, like kelp, I don't have to rebuild that monstrosity. And so that'll be super nice. Why this guy's not working today? All right, let's fold you up. Let's go get a tank load. Yeah, you don't need a tank load to do this. I literally hired this the other day without anything in it, so we'll go see if that'll help. Unless our data is outdated on that field, but it shouldn't be. And it doesn't matter for this either, so no. Ooh, it's outdated for 2 though. All right, we're in a cotton field. My bad. And then actually, the funny thing is, you know, we used to have a villager. Oh God. We had a villager farm that made, you know, wheat and potato and carrots and beetroot. Well, we decided to take it out, so we don't have it anymore, right? Which was really dumb. Because now that, like, Squirrely Dan's on there, and he needs, like, all these emeralds to trade to get his, you know, enchants eventually and stuff, all the farmers that we have are in our trading hall are useless.